up, world? And welcome to the Mecca of Mastery TV. I am your host, Mecca. If it is your mission to become the greatest version of yourself in every area of life, then guess what? You're in the right place. I'm so excited about this video, as I am most of the time. This video, guys, is about money, career, business, investing. And the topic of the video is why the rich are getting richer. Why? Really, why are the rich getting richer? I'm just gonna jump right into the video. Okay, so most people, I remember this because I used to be very poor. I come from nothing. I come from the bottom. My mother worked 9 to 5. My dad was a drug dealer. You know, we was on Section 8, food stamps, you know. You say it, I come from the bottom, you know, having to go and shop at Aldi's, you know, in the U.S., you know what Aldi's is, getting 99-cent pack of hot dogs. You know that's not even real food. If you fucking 99-cent pack of hot dogs, that's not no food. I come from the bottom, meaning we had to go to the food store sometimes to get our food. You know, bread was like, the bread was expired, but what could you do when you're poor, you don't have money? And so many people that I know that where I come from, they have this belief that I used to have, that the rich are greedy, and you know, the rich are getting poor because people were born into money, or it was something given to them, and it's just something that we will never ever have. But hold on, things change. Did a 360 in my life. I invested. I'm not rich yet. I'm rich inside. Hold on, let me rewind. I'm wealthy because it doesn't take money to be wealthy. I want you to remember that. Wealth is a state of mind. Wealth is a state of being. It's who you are on the inside. You can be wealthy without money. Money is just help you get to opportunities, to experience other things in life, and to help other people. That's all money is. But let's talk about richness, wealth. People who do make over $100,000 a year, people who are financially free, people who don't have to wake up and worry about money. If that's what you consider as rich, this video is the video that you would like to see, that you want to watch. So, back to the story. When I was basically in these environments, I used to think like, you know, it would never, ever be me, you know, looking at magazines of all the rich people and everything. And I'm like, oh, wow, you know, I would never be able to drive a Mercedes. I would never be able to go to another country. I live in another country, crazy. All of these things. And most people don't know why the rich are getting richer. And because I have did a 360 in my life, I grew and I became financially educated. Me coming from nothing and becoming financially educated, I'm now an author, I have my own business, and I invest. And the only reason why I went from that to this is because of the knowledge that I put within myself. So first of all, the rich are getting richer because they have financial education. Our traditional schools have not taught us financial education. You know, algebra and all of that, we don't use that. XYZ, carry this by the third dimension, whatever. No, we don't use none of that. They never taught us in school, basically, okay, yes, baby, how to save, how to count, but not exactly what to do with the money. How to make the money work for us. See, money in anything in life works in this way. Whatever you throw out, it eventually comes right back to you. It's like a boomerang. And the difference between the rich and the poor is they have this education. The rich have education in which the poor don't have. And it's very common. It's a very common sense thing. The rich make their money work for them instead of working for their money. For example, the poor person or middle class will go and work for a company to get a check every week, every 2 weeks, every month, etc. However often somebody get paid. The rich will make money, get that money, put that money into something like real estate, land, a business, some products, and they will make the money work for them. So while you're sleeping at night, if you go and you put $50,000 into a property, and then you eventually will get that $50,000 back, because every month your tenant is going to pay you about $1,300 a month. Over time, you get the $50,000 back plus your money is working for you. Versus poor people, if they're able to save up, or middle class, they're able to save up $50,000. They just like their $50,000 to sit there in the bank account in the savings. The money don't move, it don't grow. So the difference between the rich and the poor is, one of the reasons is the rich make their money move. They invest their money into things also that is going to add value to their life. Things that we need as human beings. Poor and middle class people invest their things into liabilities. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. Rich people invest money into assets. An asset is something which puts money into your pocket without you having to do little or no work at all. For example, a poor person, a middle class person. Middle class people think that their house that they put a mortgage down, a payment, and got a mortgage on, or their fancy car that they pay a car note on, or they own, is an asset. But the thing is, let's say middle class people that make about $60,000 to $100,000 a year, they take that money, some money, and they buy themselves a $30,000 Toyota. Okay, they go and they find a nice $300,000 house. They put down another $30,000 on the house, and they're paying a mortgage of $700 a month. These people believe that they own things. Yeah, you own it in a sense. If the government, if you stop, first of all, if people stop making payments on their house, who's going to come take that house? The bank. So you don't own it. This is the difference between the rich and the poor. The rich play the same game as the poor, but a different strategy. So your car and your house is not an asset. So the poor and middle class, they invest into these things. You know, food that's not going to make you thrive, shoes and bags. Those are things that take money out of your pocket and they never bring money back. But the rich will invest into a house or real estate when they put somebody else into the property, like a tenant, to pay them every month. Invest into some shoes when I'm going to basically buy shoes off of eBay and sell them to other people for a higher price. That's putting money back into your pocket. Invest into some food products, build a farm, and sell them to basically grocery stores or local, shops that want to sell food. That's putting money into your pocket. It's the same strategy. See, the rich and the poor do the same thing, but in a different way. So this is why what makes the rich get richer. See, the rich is not greedy. The rich are not always, does not come from rich families. Everybody is not born with a silver spoon in their mouth. It's the financial education. If you have no financial education, it's only so far you're going to go in life. You're going to be financially worried all the time and just always in a rat race. So here are 3 keys to take away. First of all, you need to know the difference between an asset and a liability. An asset is something that puts money into your pocket, and a liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. Make a plan today to invest into things that's going to put money into your pocket. That's how you get to being rich. That's what the rich do. You don't go and get your check and go buy some red bottoms. You don't go and get your check and, go and buy a Chanel bag. Go and get your check and, fuck it up in the mall, honey. Come on. That's not going to get you rich. You might look rich, but you're not rich. Number 2, another way is to increase your financial education. Read books, go to seminars, get a mentor, play Monopoly. It's a way that you increase your financial education. You need to know the differences of these things like assets, liabilities, ROI, return on investment. Know these terms. Once you increase your financial education, life is a whole different ball game. Once I increase my financial education, it changed my entire life. I ain't broke no more. That's what changed. And the third thing is, you need to know the difference between, not just the difference, but understand taxes. Some rich people who pay 0 in taxes. And if you're in the E quadrant, if you're an employee and you work a 9-to-5 job, or you're in the S quadrant and you're self-employed, you pay the most taxes. Employees pays about 20% of tax, while self-employed people pay between 40 to 60% tax. People in the B quadrant that are in the business pay about 25 to 30, 15% tax. And people in the I quadrant, mostly that's investors that own land, that own real estate, that own oil, that own water, that own wells, that own farms, that own land, 0%. What side do you want to be on? Do you want to be on the left-hand side of the quadrant, which is the employee and the self-employed, or the right hand, which is the investor in the business? It's your choice. This is the reason why the rich are getting richer. It's not a secret. Anybody can become this. It's just about what you do and how you do things. Nobody is pulling your hand, making you spend money on the bullshit you spend your money on. So, with this being said, get some financial education. I highly recommend, if you have not read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. It's the first book that will help you on this journey. And then another book by Robert Kiyosaki is Why the Rich Are Getting Richer. I hope you guys love this video. Always remember that here at MeccaFreeman.com, we always encourage you to become the greatest version of yourself. So you go out into the world, you kick a whole lot of action, and don't let nobody tell you you cannot do anything, because you can do anything you put your mind to. With love and peace and gratitude. And see you in the next episode. Bye.